Graduating class, family, friends, and faculty, it's an honor to be here today. Since the first day that our class of 2010 stepped foot into Wachusett, we've all experienced change. It's important we use our past to help shape our future, and we learn there's no limits to our dreams. 13 years ago, we left our houses with Power Ranger backpacks or with Barbie lunchboxes, ready to step into the world of elementary school. I remember wearing frizzle socks, and my only concern was remembering to grab the $1.75 for lunch that day, or making sure I got on the giant yellow bus. Years went on, and soon enough it was the last week of 4th grade. My teacher had our class make a timeline of our lives. I can vividly remember 2 things I put on that timeline. I wanted to aspire these things in my future, which was 1, go bungee jumping, which surely will never happen, and 2, write a graduation speech. I wasn't going to put a limit on what I could and couldn't do, but the difference between 4th grade and now is I've learned and that I know how to go about my future. Over the past 4 years in high school, we taught how to be responsible and independent students. We've read through the Odyssey, made new friends, and walked the halls of the Mons while construction was still in progress. I remember freshman year, sitting in class as class time was spent counting how many pencils had been lodged up into the ceiling tiles, as we sat in unheated rooms wrapped in winter jackets. We need to thank our parents for their support emotionally and financially, and for the support that they'll continuously provide. We need to thank our teachers for their patience in guiding us through the lessons they've instilled. And finally, we need to thank our faculty and our principal, Mr. Biendo, for helping us succeed in such an experience and pushing us through. In the past few years alone, we've all seen change and lived through times of chaos. We experienced the ice storm, outrageous gas prices, and our athletes have come to win title as football champions. Other sports teams, clubs, and fine arts programs have also been phenomenal this year alone. We've made it this far, and our destinations have proven limitless. Dressed up and ready for kindergarten, our choices were made for us, but now it's time to make our own. Waking up every morning at 5:30 to catch a 45-minute bus ride shows how secluded from civilization I've been. I live the farthest mile-wise from the high school, but when I walk through the school doors each morning, I'm part of the strong community Wachusett holds. I also live in a town where the speed limit's often 30. Not because 30 would be good for safety, but to avoid a possible cow that's wandered out into the middle of the road. Things are sure going to change next year, as some of us move from our comfortable rooms at home to a dorm half the size and living with a roommate. But it's time to step into this world, bigger than prom queens and bigger than Facebook. We have to take responsibility and adjust to the real world. Our families today are proud of us, looking around, trying to figure out which gown their child's face is under. I guess that's kind of a problem with graduation. The students here today are all dressed identically in the same white and green cap and gowns, and I have to tell them how being an individual is the key to success. But it's not what they wear, it's not who they're sitting next to, it's what they've learned, how they've changed, and who we're becoming. The moments in life that matter most definitely won't stop here. As we sit here, possibly still shaken up from the anticipation graduation has brought, we look at our future. Whether it holds being an athlete, a politician, a businessman, or an artist, we all have one thing in common: to be the best we can at whatever we choose to do. We will take our high school experiences with us to overcome any future obstacle. As Eleanor Roosevelt had stated, you gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You're able to say to yourself, I've lived through this horror, I can take the next thing that comes along. There may be no turning back, but the future holds our dreams. We will take things as they go and change the future as we go off on our own. Graduating class, don't give up on your ambitions, because there's no one to tell you what you can and cannot do. The change we've experienced will help us no matter where our future leads us along in this wonderful journey. I entered high school as a small, awkward weirdo, and now I can say, well, at least I'm a little taller. Congratulations, class of 2010. This is it.
Yeah.